Well, hey, um, this is me drawing and talking over the recorded thing of the drawing. This is not in real time. I cut this down to 2x, which is going 2 times faster than I actually did. If I were to draw this fast, I would probably not do well. But yeah, this is literally how I draw my bases. I kind of just make a shitty doodle. I'm always on 2,500. I don't know which one. The thing is 1,500 pixels tall and 2,500 pixels wide. It seems big, but really with the brush size I use and with how big I draw, it's not that big to me. And I use Paint Tool Psi, as you can see at the top left. And I'm just kind of lining now. I never use straight black. You don't really need to. But, this is me trying to draw. This is an OC of mine. This is Eddie. And I never know how to draw his hair. I just kind of flop it around and hope it works. I use a pencil brush for my lines because I kind of like it. It's pretty cool. And I don't know. This is the first time I've done a voiceover. This is fun. This is literally just me lining right now, but I think lining's pretty fun. The only stressful thing is like fucking up 10 times during recording and then you don't really do well and then you get stressed out. I don't know many people who listen to music while drawing, which is kind of weird, but I kind of listen to whatever's on my Spotify, I guess. I will probably change songs a few times on this recording, because I did that. But, yeah, as you can see, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with the hair. I like to draw hair like that for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess this kind of helps me figure out how sources work, like where the hair starts and where it should go. I guess it kind of helps, and I'm always really sketchy with my lines. I guess this time I tried not to be, because I've been trying to get out the sketchy part because it made my art look like shit. At least from what I think. I don't know. I hate drawing lines like that. This is why I never do single stroke lines. It just fucks me over. And this is why I don't like single line. I never do that. Well, I do, but it's hard to do without pen pressure because your line just kind of gets a little wonky. So I gotta flow or whatever the fuck am I saying? It's pretty cool. I watch my speedpaints a lot. There I am changing my music. I'm gonna listen to not to Kill King, but listen to Starbomb. They actually don't have that bad of music. But I noticed that the shoulder looks wonky, but I'm so fucking lazy when it comes to art that I don't bother to fix it until I want to. I'm so goddamn lazy when it comes to art. I gotta talk for 15 goddamn minutes. Okay. But, yeah, here I am, finally fixing that shoulder. I always use the select tool. It's one of my greatest friends. And I hit Control S instead of Control T. Keyboard shortcuts are my god. And whenever I erase something, if it's something big, I use the normal eraser, but if something's small, I use the pencil tool. Except transparent, because I learned that you can do that, and it has proved very useful. Especially when it comes to lineless drawings. Because you kind of need to have texture. Oh, I have to have texture on the outside of the coloring areas. I don't know how to describe art. Literally, this is just me lining things. I was gonna draw a shoe, but whenever I draw feet like that, I can't draw a shoe. And this is my struggle of trying to replicate that foot I drew. I'm very bad at replication, and I hit the watercolor tool. Oh fuck, I just spit everywhere. I hit the watercolor tool instead of the eraser. Literally, this is just constant fuck ups and hoping it comes out okay, and I fucked up the foot there. So, transform tool, it's something I wish I had in real life, so then I don't have to erase things. So I'm running out of erasers. And I noticed that the leg looks fucking stupid. Don't yell at me, please. Oh, my goodness. I actually gotta wait to get to the coloring process, because my lining process is pretty straightforward. I'm almost done with this. There I go. I'm finally done, but I had to crop it down because it looked stupid. So I always hide my sketch whenever I'm coloring. I never do anything important with the sketch thing, except for lines. And I always select the outside. Sometimes my select tool's a bitch and I gotta select other things. And I'm so lazy, I don't want to color with the lines. Like, I don't want to color without selecting it, because I don't want to have to draw with going out the lines a lot. So I just do this, and I'm using off colors, so I didn't want to pull up a reference, so I'm going off of my head. I always use, my palettes depend on the color of line that I use. Like this one I use the red square, so there's me putting stuff to a folder because it's a lot easier. You'll see why later. And I'm using off black here. I never use straight black or straight white unless I'm like using it with a lower density brush that makes it come out as an off white. But yeah, it's just as you can see, the select lines help a lot, so I can just bucket tool everything instead of having to go all the way around the outline. And there's me fixing stuff. Yeah. His hat looks stupid. I noticed that now. I could just not give him a beanie, but the beanie is an important part of him. And since I'm also lazy, I put stuff under layers so then my messes can not show. As you can see, there's a giant mess there. And I should probably have drawn the shirt first and then done the skin, but I always do the skin first. And then I go to the hair and top stuff, and then I go down. It's pretty much a basic process. And I used an off-white again there. His shirt's supposed to be white. And I was gonna use off-black but with the blue square, but then it looked stupid, so I just went for the off-black again with the red. It's gonna match his hair. But off colors have saved my life, because you can't shade off colors, and you can't shade off black, and you can't highlight off white. I always make the eyes straight white though, just because, like, what do you got to lose? Except if I'm doing a realistic portrait, I gotta use off white. And also, I hate doing stripes with digital stuff, because one, you can't really make it bend like that. Like there, that was okay, but it looks stupid. To me, everything here looks stupid. And then I also there's a lot of mistakes in this. Like, I accidentally, somehow or another, I merged the hair layer with the skin layer, so I had to redo that. And this is me trying to figure out how to make lines work, because I normally turn down the opacity or just change the mode or whatever of of the layer, so then it can come out cooler. I used to be able to do that, but now I kind of lost my touch or whatever. And then I changed the color of it. It's gonna make it blue, but it looks stupid again. So I just made it a darker shade of red. And there's me fixing his neck thing. I guess it's a choker. He's not emo though. Not like I'm fucking awful. I'm an awful person. Okay, there's me making his blushy bits. I use a darker shade of the skin. I used to remember how to do blushy stuff, but I guess this is just what I've retired to. And that rough blend brush has been my savior, because it's like an awesome brush. It's one of my favorites. I would use it a lot more if I could, but I don't really have to use it much. And there's me testing colors for overlays. It's gonna make it the skin color, but it came out to not bright, so I decided against it. I mean, I was going for it here, but then I was like, that's stupid. Never mind, I didn't decide it was stupid yet. There! That's when I decided it was stupid, so I decided to go for blue. It looked cool, I liked it, but then it did not look good, eventually. It's gonna make that, it looks cool, but it looks really stupid, because if you were to not have that stuff, it would look really dumb. And the colors would not go together. I went with it for a bit, because I thought it looked cool, till my brain realized that you have to. Oh yeah, there's the folder thing I was talking about. I learned that if you put stuff in a folder and make a clipping group, it will go onto all of the layers in the folder. And it's really fun. And I'm going back to my old ways and using purple for shading, because I think it looks cool. And another stupid thing that I do, when I do the hair thing, I don't know how to shade the hair. And you can see that white spot, I had to fix it up a bit. I always have overlay for, well, I always do multiply for shading, I guess, and I've kind of moved to self shading, I suppose, even though it's like very bad for me having no pen pressure. Because I gotta erase, and then so I can make it look clean, and like I actually have pen pressure. And yeah, I turned down the opacity of the purple shading shit, because it looks stupid when it's turned up. I mean, it still looks stupid like this, but it'll come out better later, I swear. Everything I do looks, and every time, I never look up to the top right, because I'm too busy focusing on drawing, and I just go based off of my peripheral. And, I lost my train of thought. I always hit the zoom thingy. What the fuck is it called? The slider? That's what it's called, I guess. I always hit that instead of the buttons beside it, so that sucks. See, now the purple shading doesn't look as stupid. And here you can also see that I have to erase so it doesn't look stupid. I don't feel like making a tinier brush. Because I hate changing brush sizes, I do it enough as it is. Because you have no fucking pen pressure. And yeah, as you can see, I say that a lot, the off black can be shaded, yay! Because that's what I want. Because I don't like not being able to shade my dark values. And there I was trying to fix the stripe, but I thought the fucking I selected the multiply. But yeah, I like drawing like this, and I turned down the opacity again. So it's like one of my favorite ways to draw. Even though I say I hate it a lot. See, that's when I decided to super fucking stupid. See, and then I decided to use that blue for a shading overlay. And what color? I used the brighter color. Like a brighter. Oh, I know. I used the warm color because you always gotta contrast your cool colors with your warm colors, or else it'll look like you just have a bunch of cool colors. So there I am selecting things again. But this time I'm bucket tooling under the folder, obviously, and I move it to the left using control and arrow. And I changed it to that blue, and I tried to make it look like I experiment a lot. And I'm like, hey, this would look cool if it had red, so you can make like 3D. Woo! Yeah. So I made it like a 3D thing. So that's basically how I draw. All my brushes are there, obviously, and you can see how all of my layers are. This is me trying to figure out how to do things. Oh yeah, I had to make sure, I wanted to make it transparent, so I bucket tooled it black in the background. And there's my, I can't figure out how to do signatures anymore. I always want to write my first signature, but now I'm writing my second at. It's new, so yay! There it is! Bye! Woo! Yay.